Hello everyone, this is Anna, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys on how to make your very own Luigi / Mario Tsum. I think he turned out pretty cute. So in order to make Luigi, these are the supplies that you are going to be needing. They are rounded and they're not exact. So first thing you're going to need is white. I'm just using regular opaque white. You're going to be needing burgundy. I'm just using, I think all these bands are from Rainbow Loom. It's just this burgundy. A darker brown. Cocoa bands, but because they're off the Rainbow Loom website, I'm just using the camouflage pack. A skin tone color. These bands are a little harder to work with because they do stick together. Black for the mustache. This is once again just Rainbow Loom black. For the red or green, it's going to be for the hat and the suit. If you're going to use red, then use red. If you're going to use green, use green. I would just say switch them out depending on which brother you want to make. Luigi has like this darker blue, but Mario, he has this lighter like ocean blue. So I'm going to use the ocean blue from Rainbow Loom and deeper blue for Luigi. You're going to be needing some polyester fill stuffing. You can use bands, you can use pom-poms, anything. A hook, as well as a loom for the mustache. A stitch marker. You can use a C-clip. A personal recommendation if you are using the skin tone is to put in some silicone oil. This isn't necessary, but skin tone is pretty hard to work with. And you're going to be needing some pony beads. I have no idea what size these are. We're going to start with the arms and legs. You're going to be needing your white, and then you're going to be needing your burgundy. Once again, if you actually look at the actual characters themselves, they do not have brown gloves. They have, not brown, they do not have peach gloves. They have like white gloves. So that's what we're going to do. And we are going to make 2 whites and 2 of your burgundy color. So we are going to make a magic ring of 6. So how you make a magic ring is you take a band, loop it around once, twice. So you have 3 loops. Then you want to take this band. You're going to, I would say, hold on to the 3 loops, pull it through, and then you want to reclaim the open loop, and then you're going to slip it over. Go back into the cat band, take another band, pull it through just these 3 loops, reclaim this band, then you want to bring the bottom 2 bands. So there you go, you made 2 stitches. Grab another band. Once again, pull it through the cat band, reclaim, pull the bottom 2 stitches. Then we want to do this 3 more times. So put it into the cat band, pull it through, reclaim, bring back the bottom 2 stitches, go back into that cat band, another band, pull it through, reclaim, bottom 2, and our last one, go in, take another band, pull through, reclaim, bottom 2. So that is our magic ring. And for the magic ring, you would just take random band and pull it through. This is just a placement, and we'll get back to these later. So now you want to pause the video here and make 1 more white and 2 more burgundy. Alrighty, so now you should have your 4 arms and legs. Once again, make sure you have 2 white and 2 burgundy. Now we are going to make the nose. And this is where I was talking about. I would recommend just taking a little bit of silicone oil and just dabbing it on, just so that you can have an easier time working with the bands. But you are going to want to take your skin color. You're going to take 2 bands and you're going to put them on your hook. You're going to double loop it like that, and you're going to take all 4 bands and double loop it one more time. So that way you have, I think it's 8, I'm not too sure, on your hook. Then you're gonna take one band, put it on your hook, take another band, pull it through, reclaim, then pull this tight. Then you basically want to scoot all of these bands onto that single slipknot band. And you may lose it, that's fine, just put it back on. And it's a little challenging, but there you go. And that is your nose. Now we are going to be making the mustache. I did just say make mustache in black because I didn't really know how to describe and how to make the mustache. Now for the mustache, once again, if you look at the characters, their mustaches are black, not brown, so you can do it as brown. I don't think it'll look bad, but if you want it to be more like the character, I would recommend doing black. So the band placement is you're going to take one band and double loop it and put it on. This design is extremely similar to Craft Muse's bow with just slight alterations added to it. Once again, double loop it and put it right there. So this is basically Minnie's bow. Take it, double loop. I'm gonna put one more right there. You're gonna take another band, double loop it, and you're going to start this peg. And by the way, you want to make sure that the arrows are facing towards you. You don't want it to look like this. You want it to look like this. 2 bands, oh sorry, 1 band double looped. And then what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to place the band from here to here. By the way, all of the bands in this mustache are double looped. Again, double loop that, put it there. Then we are going to go straight down the middle with these bands all the way to this peg right here, so the 4th peg. Then we're going to take this band, double loop it, and starting from this peg, you want to bring it to the 4th peg over here. Then double loop it one more time and bring it to the 5th peg of the middle row. Then you basically want to repeat what we did up here. So just I messed that up. You want to make sure that both pegs get the double looped. I am going a little bit slow, but that is just that people who have never made this, never ever done double looped bands can hopefully catch up. So yeah, like I said, just want to copy this pattern, go down 2, and then go in. So 1, 2, and go in. Then you're going to just go down the middle. And it doesn't really matter if you place like this row first or this row first or this row first. It shouldn't matter, I don't think. So do it in whichever order you want. Now, so that this kind of stays as one project, you want to push some of the bands down, and then you're going to take one band, double loop it like normal, and then what you're going to do is you're going to put it across all 3 pegs. So it's going to be like a triangle, and you're going to put it across this peg, and that peg, so it looks. Then you're going to do the same thing up here. Just those 3. And I will say, do be careful with this, because when I was making the design for this, a band snapped 3 times. So just be careful. Now you're going to wrap this band. It's not double looped, but you're going to wrap it around the peg for 3 times, so you got 4 loops. And this is what your loom should look like. So now we can go in and actually make this design. But as I was saying, you want to push back these 4 bands, and you want to grab almost the first 2 bands. It technically isn't, but you want it so that you can grab the 2 double bands, and you want to hook it forward. And once again, pushing this back, you want to grab the bottom 2 bands. And I'm sorry, it's not focusing for some reason. And push it, if you placed it like I did, to the right. And push it back one more time. And if you did it like I did, do it to the left. So let me zoom out a bit. Now push back all 4 bands and grab the bottom. I'm just gonna say bottom 2. You could say the last band, but whatever you want. And then I would say hook middle. And then bottom 2. And then you want to hook, I would say middle, because it's the easiest. Push back this triangle band, grab the bottom 2. Once again, push back triangle band, grab bottom 2, then hook left to middle and right to middle. This is just a personal preference. You don't have to do this, but I like to start hooking off a couple of the bands by now. Like I said, personal preference. You do not have to do this, but there we go. Now I have to look for this. You want to push back all the bands, every single one of the bands, just so you take the bottom 2 and hook it here. Push back these 2 and hook it right there. Once again, personal preference, but I like to hook off some of these bands just so that it has a smaller chance of snapping. Then push and grab bottom 2 and hook forward. Bottom, I guess bottom 2, top 2. Hook forward, bottom 2, or top 2, depending on what you want. Hook forward. Then just hook all the way up. Oh, I messed this up. Push 4 back, and a band snap for 1 minute. Alrighty, I just saved it, and I hooked up a couple, but like I said, you just want to hook all of them up, and then this you're going to hook right, and then here, hook left. Then I would say go into these 2. I recommend grabbing 2 bands, that way if 1 band snaps, you should be fine. Take it, and then you want to go under these 2 bands and pull through as a slip knot. I'm gonna do this off camera because I need to see. Alright, I pulled through. Just gonna reclaim and then pull tight. Don't pull too tight that it snaps, but I would say pull pretty tight. And then you can just hook Alrighty, so now we're going to do something a little harder, and this is just, it's not hard, but I don't think you guys can see it that well because it's black, but I'll try my best. So what you want to do is you're going to go in a band like that, and then you're going to pull these 2 loops through that band. So again, go into a band, and then pull these 2 loops through. Now that you have that, I say you want to put these bands back onto like this bridgey part, I don't really know, like where we connected it, and just wrap it around tight, so that way it almost looks like a bow tie. And then take more bands just to make it thicker. Say wrap it around 2 times, make 3 loops. So yeah, just take a bunch of bands. This is why the black is heavily estimated, because it really just depends on how many times you wrap it around and all that jazz. Then on the side that you pulled it in, for me that'll be this side, take your hook and you want to go through like the outside bands almost. The same thing, and pull a band through. This is just to kind of pinch it so it looks more like a mustache. Again, there and there, and then just pull through. I would say just kind of bend it so it looks more like a mustache, and then you can wrap it around that center again. So then you have a good little mustache. So this is the body, and just take skin tone color now and get out your, actually we're gonna use a C-clip stitch marker. So we're going to start with magic ring of 6. So wrap it around 2 times, take a band, pull through the cap band, reclaim, pull through, go back into the cap band, pull the cap band through, reclaim, bottom 2 loops only. So that's 2, and we're going to only do this 4 more times. So 3, 4, 5, and final time. Like I said, these bands are very hard to work with. So now you want to make sure that you have 6 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and number 6 is on your hook. Then grab your stitch marker or your C-clip and put it on the band on your hook. So that was round 1. Now we're going to do round 2, which is increase all the way around. So go into this first stitch and take 1 band, pull through, reclaim, and then pull the bottom 2 over the front. Now in that loop, so as you can see, there's a stitch in there. I'm going to go back into it, take a band, pull through, reclaim, bottom 2. And then you're going to go into the next stitch over and do the same exact thing. Take a band, pull through, reclaim, bottom 2, go back into that same stitch, bottom band, reclaim, and so you're going to do that all the way around. And basically an increase, if you know what a single crochet is, although we didn't do it in this pattern, so I'm not too sure if you guys will know. But a single crochet is basically when you just go in once, and an increase is when you go in 2 times. So I will say, I don't know if I would recommend this for ultra beginners, because we do a bit of attaching and it's kind of complicated on the hair as well. Alrighty, so now where the C-clip is, we're just going to take it out and do what we've been doing this entire round. So 1 and 2. And as you can see, now we should have 12 stitches, so we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So now we are going to do a single crochet followed by an increase, and we are going to add our eyes in stitches 3 and 9. So get out your pony beads. I don't know what size these are, but they look like this. So all you have to do is you pinch the band, and just kind of pull it through. Do that one more time. Take it, pinch, pull it through. Now I will say, if you are using bands, I don't know what color his eyes are, I'm just gonna use black, but you can do whatever you want. Take a band, put it on your hook, so you have 2 loops, take it, double loop it, and I would say pull through. That's how I would do it if I was doing wrapped bands. You can even do it so that there's 5 loops, but it's really your choice. So follow along with me as we are adding the eyes. Go into your first stitch, and instead of putting 2 stitches into the stitch, you're only going to put 1. So that's called a single crochet. Next stitch, you're going to do 2 stitches. So the pattern is single crochet, increase, single crochet, increase. Just like that. Then you're going to go into this stitch, take one of your eyes, pull through, reclaim, just like that. So that counts as our single crochet. So we're going to go into the next stitch. That's stitch 3. So this is 4, which is an increase. 5, which is a single crochet. 6, which is an increase. 7, single crochet. 8, increase. 9, we're going to put in our eye. So once again, just put the band on and do it like normal. Now we're just going to do our single crochet increase pattern all the way till we hit the C-clip. So that's a single crochet. We're going to do an increase, single crochet. I would take out stitch marker and then do an increase. So now we want to have 18 stitches, so we can count 1, 2, 3, tiny 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, tiny 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 is on your hook. Now we're going to be doing 2 single crochets and then an increase. So once again, put the C-clip on, go into this, and do a single crochet. Go into the next loop, single crochet. And then this would be a little weird because there's an eye. You're going to go into it and do an increase. And if I'm going too slow or too fast, you can always pause, fast forward, all that stuff, rewind. Now it's a little hard to see, but there is a stitch right there. So you want to do a single crochet, then another single crochet, then an increase. Single crochet, single crochet, increase. Eventually I'm going to start speeding up a bit, but that is just because I feel like at a certain point you guys should start to get the hang of it. I will go a little bit slower because we're still in the beginning stages. But at a certain point, I am going to speed up. Ready? Remember? Oop, tiny stitch right there. And you want to end on an increase. So we're nearing the end of this round. Take the single clip out and do an increase. Just like that. That is what you should look like. So now we are going to do a single crochet all the way around. So it's just a simple single crochet. Put it in, just pull it through. I want to do that all the way around. And by the way, I'm sorry if like my audio fluctuates. I'm like getting closer to the camera and then going back. And by the way, if you need to, you can still count your rows. I would actually recommend it, but I always forget. Alrighty, we are coming up to our final stitch. And I believe, nope, that's not it for the skin tone. But now we are going to do some color changing. So take out your brown. And what we're going to do is we are going to do 2 stitches in brown, 10 stitches in the skin tone, and then 11 stitches in brown. And you're going to do that 4 times. So I'm going to do it once with you, and then you're going to do it all by yourself. So like I said, going to go into the first one. And what you're going to do, because we are changing colors, what you want to do is pull through all of the loops. Every single loop you want to pull through, reclaim, pull through. And that counts as your single crochet. Go into your next one, pull through, replace bottom 2. So that was stitch 2. We're going to do 10 stitches and skin tone. So this is our first stitch. Pull through all the stitches, reclaim, pull through. So that's 1. And now you can just do a regular single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And by the way, depending on the bands, you may want to change the pattern. So that's 8, 9, 10. We're going to go back to our brown. Pull through all the loops, reclaim. And you just want to do the brown all the way back to your sequin. And here we are at our sequin. Oh, and by the way, this first stitch is not going to be a slip stitch because we are on brown. So this is when you get here, please make sure to skip the slip stitch. Do not go into the slip stitch. You will probably be up by 3. So do not go into the slip stitch. Alrighty, so I just finished my 4 rows and it looks something like this. This is completely fine. Yeah. So look like this. So now what you want to do, go into this band, take a random band and just pull through all 4. And this is just because I do not trust my C-clip, and just make a slip knot, pull pretty tight. So now we are going to attach everything. You want to make sure that the tie-off band is like somewhat to the top and to the right. And now you're going to grab your nose on your mustache. So start off by putting your nose. I like to put it on the magic ring, and you see how there are 2 stitches to the side, so this stitch and that stitch. That is where I put my nose. So I put my hook in and I go into, like I said, the stitch directly next to the magic ring, and take this band, center the nose, and pull through. Now, as you can see this a little better, go into this, take the band, and pull through. So then just gotta check, make sure it's looking okay. Then I would say inside out, and you have these 2 loops. So now what I say to do is to do basically like a shoe knot tie. So take this, go over, pull it under, pull. And personally, I like to do that 2 times. Just so that it is secure. And there you go. Now let's move on to the mustache. You want it so it's almost like it makes an M shape. So like that. And we're going to attach it, you can see on this guy, directly under the nose. So like that. And what I do is I go through and I just kind of get a couple bands, just like that. And I recommend doing 4 tie-off bands. So 1, 2, and this is just so that you can bunny knot them, and you can do it technically any way you want, but I think bunny knot is the easiest way in my opinion. Then it's the right way. Now directly under the nose, and I say pull it just kind of anywhere, honestly. And then you can go through the same stitch if you need. Oh. And just like that. And now you just have to do a bunny knot. Just like we did with the nose. Just like that. So now, go through and take that band through. I would say go through the same one. Take band, pull through. Then, once again, we are going to do a bunny knot. Do you guys see a theme here? Through. Once again, I recommend double knotting, just so that you can be sure it doesn't fall. Here we go. We now have a mustache. It's so cute. So now we are going to do the hair to this guy. And if you actually lift it up, you can see it's actually not too much hair. Just enough so he doesn't look bald. This is my test mock-up of Mario. And as you can see, if you don't want to add too much hair. So just be careful about that. Now the hair is inspired by Craftmice's Cinderella hair, her Tinkerbell hair, all that hair. Oh, actually, let me move this. So what you want to do is, I would recommend doing it almost above this eye. You want to kind of leave 2 things of space. I would say do it like right there. You just want to go through. We're going to do, I think, double crochets. I think that's the term. through it. So take that, take another band, and pull through. So you basically just chained. So again, go in, take band, pull through, reclaim. You have 4 loops, pull through all 4 loops, and reclaim. Final stitch, go through, take a band, 2, reclaim, and then pull through all 4 loops. Oh, it was Ariel's hair. That's what it was. So now what you want to do, take this and flip it. So that way we are going to work this way now. So go in, take a band, pull through, take all 4 loops, pull through all 4. This is the next stitch. 2, 4, all 4. And this stitch is kind of harder to find, but that is the next stitch. So once again, pull through these 2 loops, reclaim, you have 4, and pull through all 4 loops, just like that. So then I would consider this your last row. So take it, flip it, and now so that it actually is secure to the head, when we go in, we're also going to go through part of the hair. So once again, go through, like this is part of the hair, and then go into the stitch. So then pull through 4, reclaim these 2. Once again, go through the hair or the body, I don't know. Go through 4, reclaim. Then these 2. Final one, go through these 2, these 2, pull through, reclaim, and for this one, pull through all 4. Wait, pull tight. So that is his little blob of hair. He will have a bald spot, but it will be covered up by his hat, so no need. And then once again, 1, 2 here. I'd recommend starting like both the eye. Yeah. So we're doing the same thing, just backwards. Take a band, pull through, another band, so you're chaining here. Band, pull through, 4, pull through out 2. And I don't know if I already went into this. No, it didn't. Yeah. So flip it. And go into this loop. Pull through. 4. This is your next loop. 4. 2. Final one. Remember, this one's a little hard. Pull through 2. Clean. All 4. Now we're going to finish it off with 1 rotate to attach it to the head. So go through this, and I would say maybe right there. Band through, reclaim, all 4. Next loop, pull through. And we're just gonna have just the right amount. And final one. And that is the hair for Mario. You can adjust it a bit. Tuck in this band. I would go through anywhere really, and just, oh, I messed it up. Just want to tuck the band in. I'm confusing this band for the loop. There we go. So now we can get back into the pattern. So this is the card that we are going to be doing. I know it looks confusing, but let me explain. So first off, I am using red because I'm making Mario, but if you're making Luigi, just replace him for the green. Let's go ahead and get your red bands out. And you need a decent amount. So the first thing that you need to notice is arms. So arms are your gloves, so the white ones. We are doing a single crochet all the way around. So as you can see, this just tells you what stitch you're doing, single crochet. So I don't really know why I did that, but whatever. This is each stitch number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 24. Then this will tell you when to change. So as you can see, we are doing 15 red, 6 blue, and 3 red. And we're going to put our arms in stitch 5 and stitch 10. I'm just going to undo one, and we'll finish it off. Do the other one when we get there. So undo your stitch, not your stitch, your slip knot.
Sorry for the person switch. Like this row here and then these next 2 rows also got cut off, so I'm just gonna film them here. So pretend this was the Mario, but to be clear, it would be this row right here. This is the row that we're doing right now. Okay, so this next row is going to be the arm row. So this represents the colors at the bottom. So this is like red and blue and then red. And if you're doing Luigi right there, use green instead of the red. And then these stitches are when we're going to be adding the arms. We're going to be starting with 1, 2, 3, 4 single crochets in red. So this would be, well, let me just do a normal single crochet. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Then our next stitch is we're going to put our arm. So you're going to go through the stitch, unslip knot this band here, and then just going to put it on like that and grab. Wide. Why does that look? That looks wrong. Okay, so once you unslip knot it, you want to make sure this T side here is facing towards you, like this. And then you just want to do a stitch. And then you can see the foot faces this way. So this is kind of awkward. In this Tsum here, Anna put the feet this way. But like I didn't mind facing this way. So if you wanted to do it like this, which is the way I think she does it, just remember if you're doing it one way, make sure to try and keep it consistent for all of them. So again, if you wanted it to look like this instead of this way, you want to make sure you grab it like that. Then you just do your stitch. After that, that was stitch 5. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more single crochets without the arms in red or green. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're gonna unslip knot this one. Make sure it's facing the other side. We go through the stitch. This here. Grab it on. Then after here, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more single crochets in red. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to go into this stitch here. We're going to do a slip stitch and then loop for 6. So this is 1. So a slip stitch is when you pull your hook through all the loops. So pull through all of them, clamp, bring it front. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we should have 3 stitches left. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna switch back to red. So you're gonna go in, do a slip stitch, pull through all of them, clamp over, then 2 more single crochets till you reach the clip. Like so. So next we have rounds 11 and 12, which are the same thing. So I'll do one on camera with you, then Anna should be back unless there's more rows that she accidentally skipped. So rows 11 and 12, it's not that bad now that we finished the arms, but there's still color changes. So we're going to be doing 14 red. So you can count with me. So oh. 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna stop counting actually. Okay, so this actually ends like right where we're supposed to switch. So as you can see, you should have 1 red stitch left, and we're gonna do 6 blue. So again, we're gonna slip stitch, but we're gonna skip this one here. We're gonna go in right here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you should have 1 blue stitch left. Go through, you have a band, slip stitch. Then we want to skip this here because that's the slip stitch, and go in right here. Now we do 4 reds, or until you reach the clip basically. Oh yeah, okay, for a second I thought there's something wrong, but it's fine. Okay. Yeah, so like that. So this is, well, not the front, but this is something what yours should look like. Now you can pause the video and do round 12, and Anna should meet you back.
Alrighty, so I just finished that round, and now this is our new round. We're going to be doing 13 red, 7 blue, and 4 red. Once again, I'm going to do the first round with you, and then you're going to do the second round all by yourself. So, we are going to do 13 red. So, 1, 2, I finally 3 added like silicone oil. 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, then 7 blue. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we're gonna do red back. And the reason why it's like this weird like color changing shifty thingy is because if we don't do this, it's basically going to go inward like over here. So we need to be sure. And once again, I am so sorry if I'm going too fast or too slow, but this is just the pace that I do for tutorials, especially because I can't really see. Alrighty. So pause the video here and do this round one more time and meet me back when you finish. Next, we are going to be doing blue, so we can get rid of our red. Woohoo! This will be, I think, our last color change. So go ahead, get your blue, and get your legs, which should be burgundy. Personally, I only take out this first one. So go ahead and start with blue. We are putting our legs in stitches 2 and 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and finally we're going back to our leg. I don't know why I said finally. So this is 7. And I'll just do blue all the way back. Oh. Oh, there we go. Alrighty, there we go. Now we're going to be doing 2 single crochets followed by a decrease. And we're going to do this in blue. So let's just do regular single crochet, regular single crochet again, and now for a decrease, I like to do front loop, back loop. So just like that. So 1, 2, back loop, front loop. 1, 2, and decrease. 1, 2, decrease. 1, 2, decrease. 1, 2, and for some reason, for me personally, like it always like pops up, like it gets very holy, so it's fine. Alrighty, so now we are going to do a single crochet followed by a decrease, and we should have 12 stitches when we finish. So single crochet, and a decrease, single crochet, decrease, single crochet, decrease, single crochet, decrease, single, decrease, single, and a decrease. Alrighty, so now we are going to do our stuffing. For stuffing, like I said earlier, you can use whatever you want. I'm using just plain old stuffing, so just put that in and go ahead and stuff up your character. Don't overstuff because you don't want to overstretch the band, but don't understuff because you don't want it to look understuffed. So just I would say that is a good amount. Then we just do decreases. All the way around. So I do front loop, back loop. Like I said, do whatever you want. Do what works best for you. Do what you know. This is final one, and I pull through all 4 loops and pull it pretty tight. We're gonna sew, I guess. So pull this through take it, pull through, go into the next loop, and take the band, pull through. You can also decrease it all the way down, but I find that way gives it a very messy look, so I wouldn't recommend. So final one, take it, pull through, and just tuck that in. There you go. So let's tuck this eye in, and that is the Tsum. Now obviously this can't be the end of it because we still have to make the hat. This is the hat. So we're going to start with some white. That's enough. Don't need a lot. Just go ahead, take a band, and we are going to make a magic ring of 6. So I feel like we should definitely be an expert at them at this point, but just remember, triple and pull through. So 3, 4, 5, 6. So now we can pull through and tie up. Pull through. There we go. So that is the logo. So now we get to make the hat. So just take your red bands and we're going to do another magic ring of 6. So 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we are going to increase all the way around. So 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, and finally 1, 2. There we go. So now we're just going to, just like the Tsum, we're just going to get 24 stitches, except we're just going to increase all the way up there. So go ahead, go into the first stitch and just do an increase. And do that all the way around. Alrighty, so now we're going to do single crochets, except we are doing the front loop only. So I don't really know what to call it. I guess it could just be front loop only, but you know. So just go ahead and do, basically the loop that's facing towards you is the front loop. And we did already do this in our decreases. But yeah, we're just doing, oh god, too much silicone oil. Just do the front loop. Just do this. Across the entire thing. Wow. Get the front loop. And this is honestly kind of harder with the silicone oil. Maybe I added too much. Oh, sorry. So next, we are going to do 3 rounds of single crochet. So go ahead and I'll do 1 round with you and do the rest like off camera. So just go ahead and do single crochets across all the front loops. They are a little bit bigger, I feel like, compared to the regular single crochets, but it'll work. Ah! Oh my gosh. Yeah, I definitely over silicone oiled. Alrighty, so now pause of it video here and do 2 more rounds. Alrighty, so I just finished my 3 rounds. Now we are going to close off. Just go in here, need more bands. Just go ahead, take a band, pull through, reclaim, pull through. So now just tuck it in. So now we are going to add the brim of the hat. So I honestly just kind of stick it in a random place, just say here. And we're going to do double crochets like last time. Just like that. So just go ahead and do your double crochets. I like to do it directly into the stitch, but you do not have to. I just feel like it's better that way. But you don't have to, like I said, it's your choice. And this part, you kind of just estimate on how much you want. Which is why, once again, the band counts aren't like super set in stone. Alrighty, I'm gonna do a couple more. I believe that'll be enough. So now, just flip it, and I like to do it just go ahead and go back. Alrighty, final stitch. And I honestly think that that'll be good enough of a brim for me. So I'm just gonna pull. And there we go. We have our hat. So now we are going to tuck this band in. So just go through, take this, pull through. So now we just go in a random one, pull through, and pull through. And then just go ahead and do bunny. So just head and tie that. And this band isn't fully. Actually, this should be fine. We're going to attach it like this. just go through the body, the hat. So just do that all the way around. So just go all the way around. Take this band. And personally, I like to leave, I think I'm gonna leave the flap free and hanging for this one. So now, tuck in all of these bands. And this is coming loose, so I'm gonna put that back on. Thank you guys much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the 2 Mario Brothers. And I am planning on actually making the rest of the characters from Mario. Well, not all of them, but a good amount of them. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!